Hi. I tried doing this earlier and not exactly failed, but forgot how to talk by myself. I used to set up my little iPad when I was a kid, and I would record stuff, and I would yap about nothing and everything. And I never sent these videos anywhere or showed them to anyone or even rewatched them. I just had them and I really liked it. And I recorded my adventures and I just talked to myself. I was pretty lonely then, so maybe that's why I did it. And I guess I'm still lonely now. But a little less lonely. So I'm trying it again in a different way with a professional camera. Not a professional lighting setup or anything. Or even privacy. Or even a door. But I thought I'd try to talk to myself for a while. And you. If there is a you. I tried to create things today, and I couldn't really create them how I wanted to. I had been on a really good art streak, and then, I don't know, something shifted. Art didn't become very fun. It made me angry, which is super frustrating, because I really like art. I like the dimensions of it and how many medias there are, if that's the right word. Books, films, physical art. Even physical art can take many different shapes and forms. I guess that's the right word. Shapes and forms. I just submitted a poem to this website called undergroundbooks.org that may or may not still be working. I don't know. I have no clue. I just put my piece and wrote my name and my email and I submitted it. And I kind of liked that I was just putting it somewhere. It didn't really have like a label or anything. And then I tried to do some more research about poetry and where to put submissions. And there's a lot of great places you can submit stuff. But I didn't really like it because they were all very professional. And, we don't accept this kind, you need to have all this to be accepted, and minimum of blah 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 words. And I really hated that, because poetry to me is not something you can put a label on. People do it. Same with my art. I don't like having a minimum or maximum. That's why I hated art in schools. Because it was something supposed to be fun and freeing, and it never was, because I had to do it a certain way. Even my last art class, loved the teacher, great teacher, but I just couldn't create because she was making me create specific things to put a grade on it. And I don't think you can put a grade on art. I mean, you can, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose for me. I like filming. I like filming a lot. I don't think I could ever do it professionally, though, as a job. It's my day-to-day job. because it's not a job for me. And maybe that'll change. I don't really know. I don't know a lot about jobs. I am currently 16 and unemployed. But, I don't know. If I could make money off of the art I do, that'd be great. But I wouldn't want to. If someone paid me for something that I had made, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. But I don't necessarily need that. I don't create it to get paid. I'm obviously not recording this to get paid, and I don't think I should get paid. Because this is something I'm doing for me. At least one person will watch this. One person. I could talk about art for hours. Doesn't mean I'm saying anything useful, but I like it. I like how it flows. The other day I went to a smaller art kind of gallery where it has a bunch of different small local artists, and I wasn't gonna buy anything, and I saw someone who's my age, maybe a little bit older. He was a junior at the time. He created this, and he had his little thing, and I read his little about me, and it was really inspiring, and I liked it because, oh, this is a kid my age doing art. Like, I'm gonna buy this print. So I ended up buying a print because I wanted to support him. Because it's really scary to share things with people. I know this from experience. I don't like to share my things. I have a friend who, sometimes I'll just send him my poems, and I really like that because, I don't know, it's refreshing to get it out of your head, and it's kind of nice. I like it. It goes somewhere. It doesn't mean that is a particular place or anything, but someone else sees it that's not me, and they can think about whatever they want about it, and I don't really care. I just care that other people are seeing it, because no one's gonna know exactly what it means, because it's my art. It's what I made. But maybe it will strike someone in a way they didn't expect it to, or just stays with them for a little bit. Even just one person, they're like, oh yeah, that stuck out to me. I think that's really special. I don't do my art for the sake of that, but if someone does, it's an added bonus. This is also a good test to talking. I don't talk a lot necessarily. I mean, I do, but I get nervous with being normal with my voice, I guess. I don't know, I feel like I always have to be quiet, even though I don't. And this is probably really quiet in the recording. Who knows? I'm not fancy. I don't have a microphone. I mean, I could, but that's too much work and effort for right now. And maybe this digital diary will get better in quality. Who knows? I now know why they don't use warm lighting for... I mean, they do, but just in general, you don't see it a lot for videos. Because it makes you look orange. I look like an Oompa Loompa right now. Anyways, besides the point. Art is cool. But yeah, I get in a really sour mood when it doesn't go my way. which is unfortunate. It's like a drug, I would say. Of course, this is coming from someone who has no experience with drugs, so take that as you will. I guess it could be like, when it's a really good trip, it's a really good trip, but when it's not, it's really bad, I guess. And gets me upset. I don't know if that lands to anyone. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. This is also a big thing for me because I don't like myself on camera. I like being behind the camera and you get to hide. I like seeing how people act and move. I think that's really cool. And I realized over the past probably a year or so, maybe more, I was like, I think I really love cinematography. Which I had no interest in film, no interest in cameras. Well, that's not true. I love cameras. Cameras are really cool. But I got really hard on myself when it came to cinematography because I don't know all the intricacies of how technology works. But I like it. I think it's cool. I like all the buttons, to be honest. Yeah, I like the buttons. I like how it captures things. I like the fact that it captures things, and that's pretty cool. I like how you can pause a moment. I mean, I've always had a fascination for photos and videos, I guess. Yeah, through, I mean, whatever age I got my iPad, I just like, and iPads aren't big, or they used to be pretty good size. Just lug that thing around and in a not stable case at all. I would just, hey guys. I would always start with hey guys. I didn't watch a lot of YouTubers, so I don't know. It's just like, welcome back to my channel. I feel like that may be a thing that every kid does at some point in their life, at least my age. Maybe not. For me it was. I never did it with anyone else though. It was just me. And again, could have just been lonely, which I was. I know I was. I don't know. I wish I had more to talk about, and usually I do. But this is a first meeting. We'll say that. We'll say we're now acquaintances. And now you know me a little bit. This is See You Later. Vye'sUniverse. Closed.